Welcome back to another episode of Creekside Sports. I am your host, Travis. We have my brother Marty sitting on the other side. We also have Kyle here today. As you can see, we do not have John, but we are the Creekside Dogs. If you watch us for the first time, if this is your first time watching us, please like and subscribe. We're just a bunch of ordinary guys who got tired of talking about sports alone in our basement. We got some big topics to cover today. First thing I was going to go ahead and go over with is the awards that was handed out last night. I know somebody's got something to say about those. We'll start off with, we'll take the different route. We'll go with Man of the Year starting off. Cameron Hayward, Man of the Year award. 32 teams, 32 contestants. Cameron Hayward comes out with the Steelers. It's a great award. Walter Payton, Man of the Year. Um,
Hey, did a fine job. Great community guy up there in Pittsburgh. Doing a fine job up there.
yeah, I was really hoping Ted Karras win that as a Bengals fan.
Been nice.
Definitely quite the honor to win.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you could tell he was proud to have it. He's been nominated 4 times. I think that's what it was, 4 or 5 times.
So
Definitely earned it. As a Bengals fan, I'm still proud of that
Yeah.
award.
hey, it stayed in the AFC North, so helps out.
Absolutely. I like the AFC North won 8 of these awards.
Great turnout for the AFC North.
However, the Bengals had 0. We'll go with Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski. Also, Assistant Coach of the Year, Jim Schwartz. Both of them played for the Cleveland Browns. Now, I will say they coached the shit out of them quarterbacks because they made it to the playoffs with 3 of them.
Did have a lot of quarterback controversy up there for sure. I'm a big fan of D'Amico Ryan getting that award. I think he did a fine job with that rookie team down there in Houston. Controlled the game, and I thought he did a fine job with all the young guys down there.
I feel sorry for D'Amico Ryan's not winning, but second time Stefanski's won this award in the last 4 years.
Yep.
Absolutely. Big step up.
Which Stefanski does a great coaching. He's a great coach. Take nothing away from him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
D'Amico Ryan's.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I
Could've
felt
went
like
both
he
ways.
earned it the way he coached the rookies. They were just rookies.
Rookie, yeah.
You also got Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year on that team.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That'd have been nice to see Houston
CJ
triple them
Stroud,
up.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud taking Offensive Rookie of the Year is well deserved.
Yeah.
63.9 completion percentage, 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Stud numbers. You can't get any better than that. And also Will Anderson bringing it over on the defensive side as well for the rookies. 7 sacks, 10
Stud.
tackles for loss, 22 quarterback hits in 15 games.
Yep. That's getting in the backfield a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely as a rookie,
yeah,
making a
he's-
statement.
Wreaking havoc back there all day long. It's like it never stopped. He was back there all year long. It's crazy.
Yeah, it worked for him in the playoffs too, getting them a win.
Yep. Once again, another reason why Ryan did a fine job. We'll like to see him get that reward hopefully next year.
I feel sorry for D'Amico
Yep.
Ryans.
All right, we got Air and Ground, FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Year. Brock Purdy and CMC doubled up on that one.
CMC 100% gets that reward. If he's even in the conversation, there's 90% chance he's probably getting that reward. That dude just what he does on the field is it's like magic out there. It's crazy what he does. His heart is huge out there, and he just does it all. It's amazing.
Now, the next couple two I want to talk about. There was a little controversy with this one. Some people say some got snubbed. Some people say that was right. Now we got our sack leader award. That was T.J. Watt. Of course, he led the NFL in sacks. And Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, who didn't have the stats behind a T.J. Watt, but still managed to pull out Defensive Rookie of the Year.
But the thing that Mr. Garrett guy does, the Myles Garrett, he is a freak of nature on that side of the ball. He plays in several different positions: the upright, down to the stance, coming out on the linebacker spot, drops in coverage. Myles Garrett is an absolute beast on the deep side of the ball. I like seeing that award go to him. Nothing against T.J. Watt, he got sacks. Myles Garrett is doing it all on the defensive side.
Myles Garrett had 4 forced fumbles. T.J. Watt had an interception on top of his stats.
Mhm.
Myles Garrett is a game changer.
Yep.
He comes in, he wrecks games. Not
Yeah,
that T.J. Watt doesn't. But
You got to plan. You have to make a game plan around Myles Garrett. You
so
cannot just
he
block
won
him.
that award because he changes games.
Yeah.
Now, I can agree with you. He changes games.
Yep.
I am not going to agree that he deserved this award. T.J. Watt's stats were 3 times better. T.J. Watt drops as a linebacker 3 times more than Myles Garrett in coverage.
But
And he had him beaten sacks.
that
Like,
could just be the team. Also, Cleveland was a winning team. Steelers weren't such on the winning
so
side
were
of
the
things.
Steelers. They all 3 made the playoffs. And
I get what you're
both
saying,
of them
but
2 made it in the playoffs.
I think that's a good award for Myles Garrett. I think he deserved it. And just watching him play. I mean, taking nothing wrong from TJ. TJ's a stud. He's just an
Oh,
absolute
I'm
stud. Yeah.
not saying Miles Garrett didn't deserve it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying TJ, I think would have deserved it more.
I see what you're saying.
Just like we're going to get to with the MVP when we get there. Uh, see, Jim Brown Award led the NFL in rushing yards. CMC, of course. Community Award, Calais Campbell, big guy in the community, big veteran. His retirement's coming soon.
Yep.
Sportsmanship Award, the guy who the players on the field love. Bobby Wagner, big guy on the field. They love him on the field. Angry Run of the Year, Najee Harris got it by stiff arming Patrick Peterson.
I don't know.
I don't know if we saw that.
I'm still not worse why Pacheco didn't get that. That dude runs and hates the ground at the same time.
He runs angrily.
Angry,
Every
run.
time.
Yeah.
Najee Harris has
You
5
have to love a good
scepters.
stiff arm.
Najee Harris is 6'8", 240.
He's a bad dude.
Bro, he's huge.
And I don't think he's a great running back, but I think he's got a little power behind him.
He's
you know,
big.
He's talented.
He's very talented.
His line hasn't been the best in the last couple of years, but his rookie year was
Yeah.
sensational. He was
that
amazing.
could be true. Yeah.
Yep.
What else we got here? We got the salute to service, Joe Cardona. He was also in the Pro Bowl. I remember that name in the Pro Bowl. And celebration of the year, we got that Tommy DeVito here.
Tommy Cutlets,
the
baby.
Tommy
Tommy
Cutlets.
Cutlets. Let's
Great
go.
celebration. That was definitely used probably throughout most of the year. I don't think I can remember anyone outside of the Aaron Rodgers belt, Superman
Right.
from Cam Newton. That's kind of that took the lead by storm there for a
I
second.
was a big fan of Ocho, Chad Ocho's Irish dance. He did that one year too. Out there dancing up the little
Except
river dance.
The thing was, it was just a one-time
I know,
thing.
but it's still pretty cool. That's something you remember about. Though.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I'll never forget Chad.
Can't wait to
there.
see the discount double check next year with Rodgers.
Oh yeah, especially with
wait
especially with the Jets Jets.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice year for them next year.
I hope for Garrett Wilson's sake that
They
Aaron
got
Rodgers plays next year.
A lot of talent up there in New York. With Aaron Rodgers coming in, his mentality is going to be nice.
Let's see here. Moment of the year come from, I think it was week 4, week 5. CeeDee Lamb, 92-yard touchdown pass from Dak versus the Lions.
He's a bad dude.
I speak for all fantasy football owners of CD Lamb. That boy bad.
He a bad dude.
That boy is bad.
Good
Hey,
fantasy pickup this year.
His quarterback ain't too bad as long as it's a regular season game.
Yeah, no
you get him in
doubt.
that playoffs though, choking up the Cowboys.
He's on the Cowboys. That's America's team. They're going to come at you.
Hey, I'm with Stephen A. on this Cowboy train.
Throw it in the trash and burn
Boo.
it. Yeah, Dak had to break out of a sack coming. That was almost going to be a safety. He was in the
He
end
was on the
zone,
end
broke
zone.
out
Yep.
a sack.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb just, the receiver or DB
Yeah.
was on him,
Mhm.
tripped up. CeeDee took off.
Hey, it takes two things: a good throw and a good catch.
That's
So
right.
that's what it does. Ain't nobody catching him.
Easy game.
Ain't nobody catching him when he's on the open field.
All right, we got another one here. Another award. Comeback Player of the Year. Joe Wacko for Flacco.
I
Good
really
for
don't
him. Good
see.
for
I think
him.
it's it's a good reward. Just don't really see much other comeback besides him out there. I think we had DeMar Hamlin, but he
So
did.
the
He
popular opinion.
Pretty
was
sure he
Demar
died
Hamlin.
on the field.
he's alive still, so he's all right.
Yeah, I
Brush it
think the
off.
biggest controversy was DeMar just didn't get the play time.
Right.
Um,
And Joe Flacco took on a very aggressive role as a quarterback at his age with the team they have up there in Cleveland. That is, I
He's
think
throwing 300 yards and 4
100%.
touchdowns.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's well deserved that award for sure.
definitely come off the couch.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yep.
Good for him.
And we'll come up to, let's see here, Offensive Player of the Year, CMC. We got that. Fan of the Year was a Packers fan named Tom Grossi. That was pretty cool.
Hey,
I like to see a big fan. As you can see, I'm a big Bengals fan. So
them
maybe-
cheeseheads do weird stuff up there, bud.
maybe one day I got them. I'll get that Fan of the Year. Also, season ticket holder. You know, I'm coming for you, Bengals. I've been cheering for you.
We're there.
30 years old. Been
Who
cheering
dat?
for 30 years old.
Hey, we was there for the dog days too, bud.
Yeah, I was born in '93, man. Trust me, I was there. I
There
might
you
not
go.
remember all of them.
Yeah, there for the dog days.
And let's see here. Last but not least, MVP Lamar Jackson. Wow.
A lot of controversy on this, in my opinion. Lamar Jackson, fine athlete, does big things up there and up in Baltimore. He's talented. He's been talented ever since he came into the league. I think he was well deserving of it. I can speak for 5 other people, I think, on the MVP level.
They need to change the way they do this. They need a quarterback only award, and they need everyone else MVP
I
award
do like that,
because
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey changes games again. Like Myles Garrett,
Mhm.
Christian McCaffrey is the MVP of the league, in my opinion. They need to separate this award because they're never going to give it to anyone other than a quarterback ever again,
Right.
and it's not fair.
Then the other thing I was a fan of was Tyreek Hill and what he did.
CD Lamb.
That's what being a receiver. That's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot of receptions and a lot of yards.
Absolutely.
And he was as soon as
I-
he had that little injury, boom, gone. Like, dude, this dude received almost 2,700 yards. I think it's pretty close to that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have the exact number on top of my head, but
Oh, he was trying to get. He didn't get to 2,000.
He didn't get 2,000.
oh, that's what it was. It was like one something. I
It
forget
was
what
like
it was.
17 or 1,800.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
a
know
lot.
the exact number.
Yeah, I just don't think any quarterback actually earned it compared to the last freaking 20 years that we've seen out of quarterbacks. I just don't think quarterback put up a good enough stat line. So I
mean-
wish Tyreek would have hit 200. I think or 2,000, he
Yep.
might have would have got it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I still think CMC deserved this award.
The only other person I
But
could
it is a quarterback award at this
Yeah.
point.
The only other person I could think that would be that what numbers wise would be Dak. I mean, he was with CD Lamb down there. He was
His
throwing the rock
regulars-
everywhere. He was throwing the ball everywhere.
His regular
So-
season numbers are
Right.
fantastic.
And that's
Way
what it-
better
that's what
than
it is
That's
last
what it
anyways.
is. Yeah, it's all regular.
That's a regular season award.
And to your point earlier as
Yeah.
well, Brock Purdy's numbers are fantastic as
Yeah.
well, and is changing games.
Yep.
yards per reception. Yeah, Brock Purdy led
Controversy.
a lot of stats for the quarterbacks,
And he's
as
lead-
well
he's
as
leading
Dak
all
led
of
in
them.
all the other stats.
Right.
He's leading comebacks in games, and that's what you want out of your quarterback.
Right.
Absolutely. Super Bowl
So
again
here,
coming up.
real quick, Trev.
Go ahead.
Tyreek Hill, 119 catches, 1799 for yards. I mean,
Just
that's a
shy of
season, dog. That's a
1,800.
season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is crazy. And 13 tutties on top of that,
And missed games.
and
so
missed a
that-
couple games at the end.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, he would have. I think he would have hit the 2,000 mark if he had played his last couple games. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think
I agree.
The dude's Cheetah he's talented man. And
Boy,
I think he's in the
man, too.
right. I think he's in the right offense down there also with Tua Tagovailoa, and then with having Waddle on the other side and then them running backs are just
I love
fast
Jalen
as shit.
Waddle.
It's all that whole team is so fast.
I seen
Everywhere.
I seen something. Nobody in that locker room wants to race Raheem Mostert, and Raheem Mostert says to this day that he is the fastest in that locker room.
I love it.
And I've heard A-Chain is right there with him. Like that team is fast.
They said I don't
Fast.
even. That team is fast.
Yes.
That's how you build a.
They're
That's how you can
fast.
build a team in the
Yeah,
NFL.
they're fast.
If no one can touch you, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Got to play defense too, though.
And that's the part that killed the Dolphins a lot this year.
Got to
It
play
was,
defense.
you can score 30, but you're giving up 30. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't win games like that.
If you can score 63, you'll be good to go.
They only did that one time, but that was to a losing record team. So
At the time, a very bad Denver squad, but Denver
Yeah.
got much better at the end
Yeah.
end of the year.
All right, Hall of Fame class for 2024 coming up. We got Dwight Freeney, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, Patrick Willis, Randy Gradishar, Steve McMichael. I will say the top 5 of those guys I watched play growing up, and all of them very well deserving of this award. The bottom 2 guys, I'm going to say they deserve it, but I haven't really watched any film or anything on them. They're just a bunch of older guys. We
Right.
got that.
Dwight. Definitely Mr. Hester there himself. He was a electrifying, game-changing machine. Wasn't the best receiver, but hey, don't kick the ball to that man. He was dangerous.
I'll never forget the opening Super Bowl
Yep.
kickoff against the Colts.
Oh, dude, just
Gone.
crazy good at it.
Gone.
He just opened it's like Moses part of the sea. Just woo, there goes
I mean-
Hester right up the middle. You know what I mean? Gone.
He damn near opened a whole other category in the
Right.
Hall of Fame itself
Right.
for kick
Right.
return. I
Yeah.
mean, he was the best at that position.
Yep.
You cannot deny it.
Yeah.
Put him in there.
Yeah, I mean, you could not punt the ball to him at all. I mean, that was a whole game thing. They just like, what are you going to do? You got to kick it out of bounds
Yeah,
every single time.
Absolutely. And I've seen some where it's like
Yeah.
he was a terrible wide receiver. Though.
Yeah.
Why are we putting him in there as a wide receiver?
He's
It's
fast.
just fast.
If he catches one ball for 40 yards, he's going to break that free.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to draft this guy because he's
Right.
returned a lot of fucking
Right.
kicks.
Yeah, that's back when everybody still had defenses in fantasy. Nobody does that now. But Dwight Freeney, great defense rusher there.
Great
Thought he
defense
was
rush for the
he did a
Colts.
Well
fine
deserving.
job.
Well
Yep.
deserving.
Yeah.
Helped Peyton Manning get to a Super Bowl.
Absolutely, because defense wins championships.
That's right.
Andre Johnson, great wide receiver there for Houston.
Houston.
Many years. Julius
not bad at throwing hands.
Oh,
Not terrible.
ask Cortland
Not
Finnegan.
terrible
Hey,
at it.
He'll tell
Finnegan
you
knows
all about it.
Not terrible at it.
Yeah, he'll tell you all about it.
He'll tell you.
Cortland Finnegan didn't want them hands.
Yep.
Julius Peppers, Panthers. I remember him as a Panther. I think he played for a couple teams though. He was a stud too.
He bounced around for a couple of years, but yeah, when he was with the Panthers, that team that was a good defense. That's when they had the Luke Kuechly and all them over there too.
Kuechly.
Kuechly, yeah. I'll get him right one of these days.
Kuechly,
I
got it.
think Peppers played for the Bears as well.
Yeah.
But coming out of North Carolina,
Uh-oh.
very dear to my heart. Played not only football for them, played basketball as well.
Mhm.
Started for the Carolina basketball team as well. So shout out Julius Peppers.
Yeah. Patrick Willis, linebacker for 49ers. Obviously, I think he deserves it more than anybody else on this list, but they all deserve it.
Yeah,
Let me put
that's
it
a good list. That's a good class.
I think he should be your main guy. Patrick Willis is a stud.
Yeah, definitely a good class.
Got anything else on Super Bowl? Anything like that?
I'm
gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Switch over to the Super Bowl here. We got that coming up 2 days, Sunday. Big controversy. I don't know if y'all heard and see what's going around. The field conditions over there at UNLV. That sod. So
The practice field there, yeah, they laid sod over top of the artificial turf.
I don't understand the laying sod part now.
And apparently, they grade practice fields in the NFL.
Right.
And you had to have apparently over a 72 or 78%
Yeah.
grade, and theirs was at a 52 or a 58 instead. And you look at where the Chiefs are practicing at, and
They're practicing in the damn field.
they're inside. It's a beautiful facility.
You know what I
Raiders
mean?
practice
It's
facility.
Right.
Very unfair conditions. So,
Yeah.
go
Well,
Chiefs.
I'm not saying that I don't think it's going to have much of an outcome. It's more of an injury thing. Let's not get injured. You're over there with that smushy ground, man. Them guys
Absolutely.
twist an ankle, blow a knee. Hey, that's going to come down on somebody. You know what I mean?
Under you. Keep your feet under you.
Yep. Well,
Don't try to push.
hard to do that when the ground ain't under you no
Yeah.
more, bud.
Well, not that I was going to bet against the Chiefs anyways, but here's another reason not to.
Right.
Unfair practicing conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs refused to swap about halfway through. They refused that. 49ers tried to make it fair. Now I just feel like it's going to fuel the 49ers at this point.
And I love using that as fire too. I love that.
If I could, I'd up our predictions from last week 38 to 28.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Them dogs got it though over in the Ninerville.
Hey,
So.
I believe it.
It's gonna be a good one, I think.
It's going to be great. I'm
Yep.
excited for some commercials. I watched a little bit of commercial previews
Little
today on
previews.
YouTube. Just
Yeah.
I was bored, so
Yeah, I ain't seen much of those yet. I'm always excited about good commercials. Though.
Absolutely.
They've
They're
been,
fantastic.
in my opinion, I don't think the commercials have been up to par last couple of years.
Well, you look forward to certain ones. I like the Budweisers.
Yeah.
There's
I
always
love
the
the horses,
Clydesdales.
yeah.
We
and I
Love
think the
that.
love seeing
comedy's
that.
coming back into them too, because there
Well,
for a while it was just see who
well,
can touch so
the,
much.
the biggest thing was how
Doritos
much
always puts out a good one.
how much they were how much you had to buy for a commercial. It's like outrageous, and companies are like, "Oh,
30 seconds for like
we
$2
can't do
billion.
this no more. Yeah, we can't do this no more. We're breaking our bank just to be on the Super Bowl." And I think that's where it started
That's
going
crazy.
downhill. So hopefully the prices come back down, and then we start getting better, a little bit better commercial. Like I said, I love the Budweiser commercials. Doritos always got a good one.
Budweiser, I seen earlier a stat of they spent the most money on Super Bowl commercials out of anybody.
They
Yeah,
do a
I see
fantastic
that, yeah.
job, so,
Yeah, the Clydesdales are.
I saw the
A
one
way
with
to my heart. I
Clydesdale,
love
the
me some
dog, the
Clydesdales,
little
yeah.
puppy.
and I'm sure they have enough money to spare here.
Right.
So.
Yeah, them horses sleep better than we do, bud.
I won't be losing any sleep at night because they spend a little extra
I'm
money.
pretty sure
on
we
Super
all
Bowl
fun
slot.
Anheuser Busch.
Yeah, but hey, them horses are taken care of well. So, looks like I got all my notes here.
Top free agents. Chiefs have a couple key free agents coming up this
Ooh,
year
Chris.
with Chris Jones and L'Jarius Sneed. Now Jones is going to be turning 30.
Coming off
They
a
could
contract.
potentially tag him for the second time.
He held out last year on them
Yes.
for what, 4 games, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's ranking fourth among interior
Mhm.
defenders with 30 pressures. Aaron Donald
Love it.
is pulling an annual average salary of $31.67 million, and Jones is obviously going to demand
Right.
comparable numbers.
Right.
And he deserves it. Again, he's a game record. That
No,
boy,
that-
boy is good.
At 30 years old, though, that's going to be a hard number to come by there.
Yes. And L'Jarius Sneed, obviously, they drafted him a few years ago, and it's been fantastic.
Shut down.
But
Physical.
they've been preparing for this. So
Mhm.
in the 22 draft, they drafted 3 cornerbacks. First rounder Trip McDuffie. We got 4th rounder Joshua Williams, and a 7th rounder Jalen Watson. All 3 of these boys are seeing ample playing time.
Right.
So they're prepared for this, but those are not L'Jarius Sneed. Again, that boy is good.
That boy is good.
Speaking on top of that, DJ Reader's coming up to be a free agent too. You think Bengals going to bring him back?
That'd be wild. I just don't know what the Bengals. We're not gonna have enough money for all this, bud.
I know.
Gonna
Bengals
get
are going to be
tight.
running out of money. Right now, we have the
We're-
6-month cap room
We're
in
getting.
the NFL.
We still gotta pay them
But
boys.
Jamar
Though.
Chase
That's
is
gonna
going to take a lot of that.
Yeah, we gotta pay them boys.
T. Higgins going to take a lot of. I hate to say it as a Bengals fan, but I do think we might lose Hubbard this year.
We are going to
I
be
don't think we're
counting-
losing. I mean, I love Sam Hubbard for being a Cincinnati boy.
Absolutely.
But I didn't see production out of him this year for us to really stick around.
But he's
with him.
He's drawing defenders though.
Big
so
fan
The
of
difference between
big fan of
him-
Miles
just
Murphy,
because
though.
he didn't get the
I
sacks and
like
shit.
I like that Miles Murphy. We drafted him. Got his 1 year under his belt. I think he'll be phenomenal on the other side of Trey Anderson. That's just my
And
opinion
I've
out
already
there.
heard that,
Yep.
from the camp that he's going to be seeing more
100%.
playing time this year for
Yep.
sure.
Absolutely, yes. Definitely saw that. Hubbard, I mean, he was second in sacks behind Trey Henderson, but like I said earlier, Trey
Yeah.
Henderson was second in
And
sacks
yeah,
in the NFL.
yeah,
There was a gap, though. It was like, what, I think Henderson was at like 17, something like that. Hubbard was
Yeah.
like 7.
right. Yeah, I mean, there was nobody close to Henderson on the Bengals team going to where he was at.
And we need more pressure out
Yeah, and
of
I
the whole line.
I think Miles Murphy is going to be a really good key player next year. I think we get the big guys back in the middle, and then I think we just, like I said, Bengals got to do a couple things just right there in that core area, get them guys under control, get them going.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Mm-hmm.
So just one right back to my Chiefs free agents. They have about $24 million in cap space left, so they're definitely seeing to sign both of these guys. It's gonna be very hard to do, but they do have a little cap space. But I don't know if they can restructure. Which they will. They'll restructure Mahomes' contract 25 more times.
Well, they'll do that just
Might as
thinking
well. You
about
got all
how
the
it's
years
paid
on
every
it.
year. Yeah, that's all it is so they can restructure it every time.
Josh Jacobs, free agent.
Uh,
Bengals are favored to pick him up right now.
I'm
I
not
saw
mad about that.
Also with Saquon, they're both of them
We definitely
looking for the Bengals, and I don't see it. I think Joe Mixon comes back again.
hope he does. I love me some Joe Mixon. So, just a very hard runner. Just got to get him a little bit more downhill.
Yeah, I'd like to see
a little
Snead.
bit more downhill.
I do want to see Snead.
We
go
get
back to the Chiefs because that dude's been
Yeah.
a dog this year.
Yeah.
He
Nick
definitely earned
Bosa
that
is also
contract.
hitting the market as an unrestricted free agent, but I don't think he sees a lot of day.
Oh, he's
in the
getting
free agent
tagged
market.
at least.
right,
I don't think he sees a lot of day on the free agent market.
especially if they win.
especially
Yeah,
he'll be
they-
signed the day after
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
as soon as if they win, they'll sign him in no time.
Yeah, he's definitely getting tagged.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan
At
is throwing some love out to Dan Quinn, the guy that I am totally against being the coach of the Washington Commanders. Kyle Shanahan said he owes a lot of his career and knowledge to Dan Quinn. So
To the Quinn, man.
Maybe Dan Quinn knows more than us, buddy.
he's Legion of Boom.
So,
Hey, put me on the field for one game, and I'll tell you how much I know.
Please, Washington, do not draft Drake May.
don't draft Drake.
I hate to see you ruin a second North Carolina quarterback in a row.
I seen him going to Atlanta
Who's
on a
that?
mock draft.
Fine,
Drake May.
that's fine. Whatever.
They trading up.
Let's get it.
Atlanta trades up to get
Yeah,
Drake
Washington,
May at
They
like
got
5
weapons.
or something.
They got weapons in Washington too. I just think Dan Quinn is the worst head. He's a defensive head coach. It's just
Was that Lincoln Riley went to Commanders too? Did he?
uh,
Did he go to for offensive coordinator?
maybe.
I think that's
Must have missed that.
because they're talking about maybe him bringing Caleb Williams with him, or they're real close or something like that.
No, I was watching that on that Mackie show.
Yeah.
No, he's
I don't think it
no
was
Lincoln
Lincoln.
Riley staying.
Okay. I thought for some reason saw somebody went from college to the NFL
No, I
tied
think
with
Lincoln Riley stays.
Caleb Williams. I forget who it was, but I saw something like that.
I still don't see Bears going away from Justin Fields. I think they're going to stick with him for at least.
So
one
yeah,
year.
that'll put them at they'll have to trade away
Yeah,
that they'll trade away.
You trade away for that spot for
Yeah.
three more picks
three
in this
more,
draft.
DJ Moore came out this week and said that he wants them to keep Justin Fields around.
Yeah.
He's backing his boy.
Yeah.
You
And
got
I agree.
DJ
Because-
Moore and Darnell Mooney, both are receivers. They're both studs.
Well, I mean DJ
You
Moore.
give him an offensive line, and
Mhm.
it's going to be game.
Yeah.
Justin
He
Fields
did-
can run.
He did say that he wants them to draft a receiver though too.
Yeah, they need some more.
You're going to
receiver
have
help.
two. You're going to
Yeah.
have at least 2 first rounders.
Right. And especially if you trade it away, you're going to
Yeah,
get
trade
to
that
that.
away.
That's what I'm
Hell,
saying.
you possibly going to get 3 or 4 more out of the second round. You know what I mean?
You have at least 2 first rounders if you trade
Right.
this for this first round.
Right. And probably a little bit of money to play with. But yeah, DJ Moore's got to back him up. He put him on the map this year. I mean, Justin Fields, them two were just absolute connection all the way down the field. It was awesome.
Still disappointed.
Yeah. watch them do their thing. They balled out.
Another old ex-Bengals coach, Mike Zimmer, is expected to move into Dallas and be the DC.
Mike Zimmer.
He spent 2000 through 2006 there as a coordinator as well. He's actually part of the Super Bowl winning team in '95 as a DB coach.
Pretty sure his son still coaches for the Bengals.
I'm not sure.
I'm not mistaken.
So go Mike Zimmer. I always loved
See the
seeing
one that
his
went to
house.
Minnesota?
Yeah, I always loved seeing his house in Minnesota.
Yeah, Renee did his daughter's permanent makeup.
Oh yeah.
Shout
Shout out Zimmer. What's up, buddy?
Hey, shout out permanent makeup. Permanent
Renee.
makeup by Renee.
Yeah. Hey, Valentine's Day's coming up, gentlemen. Hit her up.
Little free advertisement for y'all. Get them eyebrows done.
Anything
Get
else
them
on the
eyeliner
NFL?
done. NFL. I'm
Okay.
pretty
I
much
think I'm
good
done
on
on the
NFL.
NFL.
I got a brief little segment here, baseball. Still wait for spring training to come around our corner. I'll be a little bit more caught up on more things. Bobby Witt Jr. got a nice contract, 10-year deal.
What about that new kid Reg just signed? Ichiro
Oh,
Hernandez or something.
he's got all the names.
Ichiro,
He's
Kudo,
got-
Hernandez.
Yeah, he's got all the all the MVP names. That's for sure. Ichiro was a man.
Yep,
But,
Reg will be trading him in 2 years.
Yeah, Altuve got a 5-year extension on his down there in Houston.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Bobby Wood Jr. as well deserved.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's about all I got from baseball right now. I think Kyle sits about India.
Jonathan India just today signed a 2-year extension worth reported $8.8 million. He gets $3.8 this year with $5 million coming next year, but he can add on an additional $2 million with some incentives, on base percentage, games played, things of that nature.
Go Reds.
I really
more to come.
really
some
want
India.
this Red team to stick together. I think we do big things, man. I love this Reds team. It's gonna be electrifying. We got what we need. We just got a little bit of pitching help coming in. That's going to be
We
a
need
very
pitching
good
help.
year. Well, our starters are not going to be terrible this year. They got a good year under their belt. I think they'll be fine. Our bullpen's really the thing that lets us down just about every game. And
Well, our starting
hard.
pitching
It's
failed
hard.
towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Our starting pitching's gone, but we had so many injuries.
well, yeah,
and
you're
that's how
also
it
running
is. That's
the
how
gotta
it is.
find
pitchers. Them pitchers are running. I mean, every game they're running in the 8th inning because we can't do it with our bullpen.
Yeah,
Maybe we get them out in the 5th, 6th, and they save a couple pitches in their arm. You see what I'm saying?
exactly.
But hey, well, they're young, very young baseball team. A lot of energy. Love the energy they're bringing in. Love Indian staying because I think he's going to bring a lot of experience. A lot
India
of
is my boy.
that's his boy, and I think he'll control the locker room very well.
And thank you
With
to
definitely-
Bob Castellini for signing him, so I don't have to buy another jersey this year.
Absolutely.
With Votto leaving, I think we need India to stick around. So I think that's going to be a huge help.
Hey,
can't-
R.I.P. Votto.
Yeah,
See you later,
definitely.
bud.
Yep, MVP Votto there. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a really electrifying year. It's gonna be really hard to get everybody in the lineup. I think that'll be a hard thing to just figure out who's gonna be hitting that week, just that day. You know what I mean? Getting the lineup set's gonna be.
Well, this is
little
a good
tough.
problem
Yeah,
to
it's a
have.
nice problem to have. Correct. Yes. So, but it's hard to also set that one guy that
We have 13 infielders for 4 spots.
right.
But there's injuries. This is baseball.
Yeah, well,
there's
you got
160
Steer,
games
yeah.
or whatever it is. It's
Yep.
crazy.
With Steer playing the outfield too, opens up a lot of more room for India playing second
Like
base.
we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
India might even get a little time
Right.
in right field.
Right. So that'll be a little different
With
for
Will
him.
Benson, maybe a
And
right
Willie
hand
B,
pitcher
baby.
versus left hand
Yep.
pitcher.
Will
Willie
Benson plays
B,
a lot of
my boy
outfield.
right there.
Who?
Will Benson plays a lot of outfield.
Yeah, he's
Willie
strictly in the
Benson,
outfield.
let's
Yeah,
go. I love
one of the
One hopper. All the
yeah,
way.
on one hopper. Yeah, his
Billy-
arm gets
Billy
tired.
One-Hops.
His arm gets tired, buddy. But yeah, but with Bill Benson at the bottom of the lineup, that 9-hole, he's just you gotta get him
Best
and
9-hole
gotta
hitter.
keep paying this boy. He is a banger.
That's the best
When
9-hole
did they
hitter
start
in the
putting
league.
him in the
bud.
9-hole?
He's
He's
always
always
there
been a
all
9-hole.
year, man. He's the best 9-hole
Well,
hitter in the league.
they got rid of they got rid of the pitcher's bat now, so there's DH in every
Yeah,
lineup.
exactly.
So now you
Yeah.
can't hide the pitcher no more. So you have to find you a decent one. But he would still be down there batting the 9, even with the pitcher there, because he rolls that lineup over so well.
Yeah,
And he's got the speed to get them other guys going. I mean, so he'll have Steer probably, Steer, McLean will be leading off somewhere in that area. Sorry, Friedel will be leading off.
TJ
I
Friedel,
forgot about
please
Friedel.
God, don't forget about him
Forgot
because
about-
he's a man.
He'll be leading off. Then you got Fraley behind him, then Ellie, then Steer. So a lot of power coming right behind him. he's got to be on base. You know, with
so
the 9,
much speed.
yeah,
so
gotta
much
have
speed.
him. Gotta have him on base.
The difference in steals from 2 years ago to this past year is astronomical number. I think we had like 19 all year, or something
they're
crazy low in 21 or 22, and last year I had like 90.
well, they say because they did the base size got a lot bigger too. I don't know if you guys noticed that this last year. They're like 2x2 squares.
Yeah,
They're
the bases
freaking
are
huge.
bigger,
You know what I mean?
absolutely, yes.
Which makes it a little
They
bit
are huge.
more intriguing to steal bases. Might be a little
game
easier.
the
But-
game is now more fun
Yeah.
than it was to watch. I
But
was always
watching this,
watching them
I
anyways,
think it's
but
the younger kids that are coming up that are just bringing this extra energy, extra fire, energy to run. And these dudes, I mean, watch Ellie. Watching him run is like watching it gliding through the air. He's
was
so
awesome.
fast. But he also made a lot of dumb runs at the same time. Now, hopefully, he
He's
grows
a
up a
rookie.
little bit and we figure that part
I
out.
felt like the dude swung at everything.
He
his
can't hit
strikeout rate.
he
is-
can't hit a curveball to save his life. That's for sure.
No, he's a fastball hitter.
Yeah.
That's his MO, and
But
now they know. And
he's
that's why
100%.
He struggled down the stretch.
Yeah, he'll get the curveball thing figured out. He's a pure athlete.
Trouble with the curve.
Yeah, he's a pure athlete. I wouldn't mind seeing Ellie go to the outfield for a minute or two.
He's got the arm for it.
He got the
He's
speed
arm
too.
for
I
it.
mean,
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
gonna cover
He can throw
outfield.
110 infield.
And that
Right.
was, I think I actually read an article
Yeah.
earlier in the off season that was a possibility
Right.
as well. And he would obviously be up to do anything to help the team. So.
I think so. I think he's more, and him and McLean are dogs.
Yeah, they're best
Like
friends
they
too,
would
you know,
room
look.
together and everything
Yeah.
down there. So they're really tight. Also, Steers in that group. So all them three right
Yeah,
there are gonna come up and bring a real
It was
tight
a travesty.
organization.
He
I
did.
see Reds
Spencer
run. I
Steele
see
wasn't even
Reds
in there.
running with some wins this year.
Agree.
Be nice. Gotta
Be
get that
nice to
first
see
one
him
though.
in hometown.
Opening day, baby.
We had more on baseball. I told you we could talk for hours and hours and hours on any subject. You know,
Right.
I don't even have any baseball notes.
Anybody else got anything for baseball?
Well, again, we could go forever if
Right.
we want to, but
All right, well, I got college basketball here. Kyle, you want to go ahead and get some of your college basketball out
sure,
here?
Yeah, so Saturday,
Sure.
Carolina just absolutely waxed the most hated team in America, the
Right.
Duke Blue Devils.
The old pukers.
Everyone was a Carolina fan on Saturday. The
Absolutely.
entire nation and world even. It was a 93-84. Harrison Ingram leading the way with 21 points and 13 rebounds. RJ Davis
game.
gave 17 points. Armando Bacot had a huge game, resurgence game, if you will, with 25 points and 10 rebounds. He needed this double-double. He threw in 5 assists as well. He needed this
Nice.
game. He hadn't
Good
really been the dominant low post presence that we wanted to see this year, but he's having a decent season. So
Yeah, I heard him the other day. He said something on one of the interviews. He said the ACC runs through me. I'm like, hey,
He
I like
is
it.
him.
I like it. I like
Bring
it.
the attitude.
I like it.
However, on Tuesday night,
Hey,
we also suffered a bad loss to Clemson. So
Hey, guess
kind
what?
of
That
weighing
did
out the win with Duke
Yep.
and the loss at Clemson came into our house, by the
Right,
way, and
that's-
beat us as well.
Was that the first time?
So Clemson has also beat Duke this season, and
Yep.
they're excuse me, they're one of 3 teams to beat South Carolina, which we'll talk about more later.
Yep.
Clemson is a good ball club. Not to dismiss the fact that they're good, but it still sucks. They came into my house. They
What's
beat
that?
me.
I can't remember his name. What's that player's name for them? That big guy they had. He didn't really play all that great. But when I watched Tuesday, watching them play, it's like they fed Bedcott, just feed him, and he was just dominating down there. And then
It's PJ Hall.
yeah,
You're
PJ
talking
Hall.
PJ.
Yep, yeah.
PJ Hall had 25 points,
Yeah.
9 rebounds, and 3 assists in
Yeah.
27 minutes.
Yeah, and I think he had a lot of foul trouble too because he was in and out of the game a lot.
He was. So
But
he
with
got
Baycott,
fouled
like I
early.
said, Baycott was just manhandling anybody down there. And then 10 minutes in the game, they go, "Hey, where'd Baycott go?" Like he's on the field, guy, or on the court. Throw the ball to him. You know what I mean? Like he just dominated. He gave you the first 16 points by himself.
At the 17-minute mark of the second half, he had 18 points.
Right.
He ended the game with 20. What was the stat? 23.
Yeah, something like
Or was
that.
he
Yeah,
at? 25 points. So in
25 and
17
10.
minutes, he got 7 points.
Right.
Because you quit giving him the ball.
Yeah. he should have had
He
40
was
that night.
dominating
Yeah.
the paint. They couldn't do anything to stop him.
Yeah, that because PJ Hall, he'd been fouled out in no time because he was
made
just hacking him up.
He made like 9 straight free throws. He was going to the line. This
Yeah.
was amazing.
Really good-
No,
really
we can't do that anymore.
Really good game out of Baycott. I thought it was a tremendous game.
Absolutely. But again, we'd rather face that adversity now.
Right.
Let's get a tough loss. Let's rally around it. Let's ride this
Yeah,
fire. Let's
North
do it all
Carolina is
the way.
also not very good bouncing after the Duke wins either, though. I did see that stat.
And yeah,
So
well,
losing-
that's you're
lose- yeah.
the highest of the high, because again,
Right.
that's
Right.
the arch enemy.
Yeah,
That is the
100%.
devil. That's
Right.
Satan himself. And
Well, it's just
fuck them Dukies.
one of the
Fucking dude.
that's one of the greatest rivalries you'll ever going to watch. I mean, It's how it is. It's
R.J.
been
Davis actually passed Michael Jordan 15th all time on the Carolina scoring list.
congratulations,
They
R.J.
passed
Davis.
up too?
And Michael Jordan.
Oh.
Michael Jordan.
And he's only 19
All
points behind 14th place. Joel Berry.
There you
Shout
go.
out Joel Berry.
Joel Berry.
Who's announcing over there for the ACC network. We like
Yes,
to say
sir.
that.
Okay.
Next game we're playing Saturday at 4 at Miami.
A good win. We need a good win there for the Tar Heels. Bounce back. UK actually played Miami at the beginning of the season. We put a thump on them. Then when they was ranked, third? I think
Miami
that time,
started the year like
ranked third, top 5, I think, somewhere in that area.
projected
Yeah.
to be good.
Kentucky put a whooping on them, and then I think they haven't really been the team they ever thought they were going to be.
Don't let 'em come in
But
and
still a
sneak up on
nice win if Tar Heels get down there in their house and put a beat on them.
That's
Yeah,
at Miami.
for sure.
That would be a great road win for
Yeah.
us. But here we'll send us right on over back to you, Marty, and
Yeah,
get on
so-
Kentucky that you were just talking about.
Yeah, I'd say, we'll get to the Cats here. Tough loss Saturday to Tennessee. That shows that our defense is still not there. I don't think it'll ever be there, really, but hey, we'll figure this part out. We're still a young team. We'll figure it
you.
out.
Can't rebound.
That defense is bad, man.
Just the defense,
Defense
man.
and
Just-
rebound.
Yeah. With
And
that
I see it from
Ziegler,
everybody.
that Ziegler had a game
Gotta
out of his
do what he
life.
does.
He was making everything. It's like as soon as he threw the ball up, it was just like he's shooting in the ocean, pretty much. Everything was going in for him. Which he's a great ball player. Been there 12 years, no big deal.
Pull some bets on that game.
Well, we say this
Yeah.
a lot as
Kentucky's
well.
last game.
That everybody's bringing their best game. Like a game
Right,
against
yeah.
The game against North Carolina, game against Kentucky. Everyone's bringing. That's their Super.
That's their championship game, yeah,
That's
yep.
their.
100%.
They're trying their hardest, and which
Yeah.
they should, and don't take anything
Right.
away from them winning. That's
Yep.
they earned it.
Bounce back Tuesday, UK played Vandy. 110, 109 points, I think was scored. Just absolutely going nuts. Everybody was. It was a tremendous game. We definitely needed a little morale booster game there, and I
You
liked it.
didn't
That
have to
was
play
awesome.
defense that game.
No, and Vandy's not up to where we would like them to be for that win. But hey, it's a good win. We needed it bad. Reeves shot the ball amazing. Dillingham played a great basketball. Like the taps on the 7-footers.
Who's the coach down there, Vandy?
I can't think of Stackhouse. Yep, and and
not a North Carolina guy.
and Calipari's son's on the coaching staff on Vandy there too.
Love to see
On Brad.
that.
But
Somebody getting a job because of
yeah,
Daddy.
back to the 7-footers there. Saw a lot of dunks against Vandy. A lot of dunks. I mean, hey, we figured that Willie Collins time,
You've
but
been screaming for this for
Willie,
weeks.
yeah, a lot of dunks.
Be afraid to use the
Bradshaw
big man.
played good. Adianzo played good. Big Z got some playing time. He shot the ball well from the 3-point line. Saw him do a little bang ups down there. Played well. So I think our 7-footers are trying to figure it out. Hopefully we
Not
get
everybody needs 3-pointers.
what? But you're got 21 feet and 3 guys. Throw the ball at the basket.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
simple as that. And when you throw the ball at the basket like that, that's going to open
Sure to
up.
God, one of them can get it.
Yeah, and it's going to open up 2 of the best shooters in the country, Reeves and Dillingham. You know what I mean? And throw Shepard in there. Another player that stepped
was
up a lot is Edwards. He played out of his mind Tuesday. Played great.
It's about damn
I
time.
think in that
It's
little
about
bench.
damn
Bambino
time.
guy.
Who?
Bambino guy. Or whatever.
Dillingham?
Dillingham. That's what it
Dillingham.
is.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
couldn't think of it. I
he's
kept
right
calling him that.
in my eyes right now. I think he's the best college basketball player in the country right now. He's just on a fury high, and it's
He's on a
nobody
hot
stopping
streak.
him. You know what I mean? It's everything he throws up goes in. Love to see Wagner come back healthy
And
this
this is
weekend.
happening into the point we talked about last night with a good friend of ours, Doug Bayless.
Yeah.
Shout out, Doug.
Yeah.
We talked
UK
about
Doug man.
getting different lineups in and sitting certain guys
Yeah.
and keeping them out so that you get comfortable playing with this particular
Everybody,
crew. No matter who it is, we've got enough guys. We're running enough guys. You should be better and be able to play with any 5 guys, no
Right.
matter who, no matter what, no matter when.
Yep. So I think our 7-footers are going to come around. I would definitely like to see a little bit more running out of the team, a little pressing, a little up tempo, and just have our 7-footers rotate in and out. I mean, just keep rotating. The only thing about Kentucky, man, we have got two quad or 2 and 4 or quad ones this year, and that's going to help us in the March Madness thing. Those are not going to help us get a very good ranking at all. It's going to hurt. We need to bounce back. When we play Tennessee again, we need to put a thumping on them. We need to get them quad wins back up. It's
Oh,
not
you
looking
need to
good
go-
for sure.
You need to go to Tennessee and
Yeah,
put a thumping
yeah,
on them.
yep. So hopefully we get that figured out here the next couple weeks. The SEC is just tough right now, man. It's tough.
How good is South Carolina right now?
Actually, they lost Tuesday
They're still 23.
or Wednesday.
No, they didn't.
I'm
They
pretty
ended up
sure.
winning. No,
No.
they won the game. I'm pretty sure.
By
They're 20.
UConn.
They're regular 23 record.
UConn's phenomenal.
They're
That's
defending
what I'm
champs.
saying.
Yeah, so
but South Carolina moved into the top 25 this week finally, and I think it's about damn time.
Yeah, so
They've been fantastic with only 3 losses.
okay, yeah.
And again, Clemson being one of those. Clemson, Georgia, and Alabama, I think, are the only 3
Alabama,
teams.
who was I was talking about. Sorry, not South Carolina.
Yes.
My fault. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Alabama did lose.
Yeah, so I got the rankings here: South Carolina first, Auburn, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida, going down the list there. Vanderbilt down there, 1-8. So good win in the conference. Everybody plays tough right now. Saturday we play Gonzaga. Play the Zags, definitely, because last year they put an absolute ass whooping on us last year.
Yes, and
it was bad. I mean,
need to return the damn
yeah,
favor.
we need to beat them by 100. Would be great.
Everybody's a Kentucky fan. I feel like this weekend.
Yeah, so definitely a bounce back against those guys. Let's get up on the same page and let's just run them out of the gym. I would love to see another 110 game and run them scrubs out of the gym.
Kansas won a good game against Houston. Wasn't that Saturday as well?
That was Saturday, yeah.
Number 4-8 matchup.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
So
Houston,
Kansas is now like the best team in the world.
Yeah. So Houston bounced back and they beat OK State Tuesday also. So that was a good bounce back win for them. Get them out there, get their team back up. Right here at the bottom here it says, who is the best team in college basketball right now? Yeah, a lot of teams, man. A lot of
Travis's point. It's hard to bet against UConn.
Yeah,
Again, they're defending champs. They're number 1 right now.
UConn's looking hot.
That Purdue team though, they good. That dude is good. That Udi, stud, 7'6", 320 pounds.
He looks like the alien.
He's a giant.
Space Jam.
Yeah, he's good.
I know it ain't March yet, but UConn's definitely going into there as the ranked number 1.
They still got a lot of conference games.
I know, but
their conference ain't super strong either. But
conference tournaments haven't even started yet.
Right, yeah.
Still a little early.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I just don't see it.
But hey, UConn they do big things, and they're the scariest team to ever play in March. They can go in there as a 7-8 team, and they're going to wreck your life. You know what I mean? Like, where you guys come from? You're a 7-8 team. Why you in the Final Four?
They are tough to play.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just how UConn's always been. They just fine job up there.
They're just dogs, man. They're gamers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They fight, they grit, they kick, and they gnaw, and they slobber all over you. They're just tough.
Yeah, they're tough. They'll grind it out with you. They say Kansas is looking really good. Not a huge fan of Kansas either, but hey, just gotta.
Hey, Purdue is looking hot though.
Yeah, Purdue's looking very good. Yeah.
Best thing that happened to Kansas was Roy Williams, and
a little bias.
Got to show love to my Roy.
A little bias
That's
here.
my boy.
So that was about all for college basketball that I have.
Don't we have a little women's college basketball?
I do.
Yep.
Would like to take a second and to address some very admirable stats that I saw yesterday. A freshman out of Notre Dame, her name's Hannah Hidalgo, has 113 steals on the season. As a freaking freshman, the next closest player to her has 83. That is freaking 30 steal difference.
I love a good defense.
That's Jordan Cambridge, a senior at Vanderbilt. To your point earlier of Vandy,
and
how tough the SEC is.
Right.
She's two steals shy of the single season record for her program, and is the fastest Division I player to reach 100 steals in the last 25 years, and that is men's and women's.
That's a lot.
Division I athlete.
Hey, swiper no swiping, bud. She's a swiping machine.
Hannah
way to get it, Hannah.
She was the 2023 USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year. This girl is impressive.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to her. And also, we had a fantastic conversation over the weekend that involved our next topic. Caitlin Clark,
Caitlin Clark,
senior at Iowa. And this
She's
girl
a baller.
She is him. She is her. She is everybody.
Yeah,
she is bad to the bone.
And you know where her range is?
Everywhere.
Off the bus. Off the bus.
32.4 games, 7 rebounds, 7.9 assists per game, 42% from the field. Assists and points ranked first in the country. This girl is just bad.
Yeah, she's doing big things over there.
32 points a game.
32.4.
Oh, but she steps off the bus and baskets are going in. She just like this. Boom.
It's insane. I watched I read an
crazy.
article earlier.
Can't stop her.
I read an article earlier today that said there's $1,000 floor seats in the packed stadiums everywhere they go.
Because of her,
on the road because of her.
That's awesome.
They're selling out opposite arenas.
Yeah, we have to get
She ain't never made it to the pros yet.
she's actually stayed because she's getting more money
Absolutely.
in college with the
NIL deals.
NIL deal. So, and I mean, WNBA is great. Just not a whole lot of money there right now for players to
You
really
need
to go.
somebody
You know what I
with
mean?
this type of hype to get up there. in there.
Exactly. So, and then I think be a good matchup. We get a hand on Kaylin. That'd be old swiper, no swiping on that ball, bud.
Swiper,
Hey, swiping, no ball there. So that'd be a fun matchup. If they meet up with each other
I say
soon.
they meet up at all. Anybody know that
If they meet up, it's probably gonna be in
in their brackets?
in their dance,
I don't
in
know
their
if
big
they'll
dance.
see each other or not.
It'd have to be in the big dance somewhere in there. I don't think there's. Yeah, 'cause what's that? Big 12, Iowa Big 12,
I believe
and then
so,
Notre
yes.
Dame's ACC, right?
Notre Dame's ACC.
So they won't be seeing conference play, but they might pick up in the big dance.
And at this time of year, it's
So-
all conference. play
Right,
anyway,
100%. Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't mind see that little matchup. It'd be an interesting matchup for sure.
We don't want to leave the ladies out, so
Nope.
shout out to the
Shout
gals.
out to the gals. Keep balling, Caitlin.
Kaylin Clark, keep balling. Hannah,
balling.
keep swiping.
Keep swiping. That's impressive. Those numbers are impressive.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers for sure, especially for a freshman out of school at
Exactly.
Notre Dame. You know what I mean? Very
Setting
very
records as a
interesting.
freshman, you're definitely got your name on our boards.
Right.
She's 30 more. The next person is 30 away from her. That's insane.
crazy.
30. Yeah, it's crazy.
She's taking all the balls from everybody. Not a huge game. Not a whole lot of games going on tonight. Got a little bit of golf going on right now. The Phoenix Open, Waste Management out there. Been a pretty messy first 2 days. Rain, storm, winds. I was watching yesterday, but they were hitting the ball 40 yards to the left, so to come 80 yards back to the right. Just trying to play that wind. It was wild, man. Especially in the stadium hole, man. They was freaking hooking them. I thought they was going over top of the stadium and trying to land it on the green and stuff. It was wild.
That's what we got
That-
going
that
on in the
storm.
TV in the background. Golf.
That storm came from the Pebble Beach. But
Right, yeah,
They
that-
had to cancel that, or they canceled the final round of that tournament last week.
Letting them cook,
So Wyndham
guys.
Clark wins by default after shooting a 60 on a course record
Right.
on moving day Saturday.
Hey,
So good for Wyndham Clark.
Yep.
It was Live Clean in place, so there will be an asterisk next to his name.
Yep.
And well deserved.
Hey.
He shot a 60 though. So
Guess what he did?
What am I gonna say?
He was on top when he called it out, so
Hey,
he wins.
He won a first place check. That's all I know.
Right. So, course looks pretty good right now as today. They started off a little later. I think the wind was still a little heavy this morning. Looks pretty good now. I think our leader right now is Taylor.
Yep.
The old Canadian
I
there.
think Novak just moved in front of him.
Oh yeah, just
That
now
just
happened. Yeah,
happened.
just
I
happened.
think
Yeah,
Novak got to 12 under.
yeah, they're tied at 12 under up there. So
It's a smaller field this week as well. There are big names, but there aren't big names as well. To
Right.
my point, Rory, Xander,
right,
Cantley aren't playing this week.
Yeah.
Because it's
right between two big
it's
majors.
sandwiched right between
Yeah.
two signature events. Again,
Right.
with the Genesis is next week, the Pebble Beach last week.
Yeah.
So the money, it's not the same purse. It's much smaller purse money. So the bigger names are chose to sit it out, which is fine.
Right.
But next week again, the Genesis Open is the signature event. This is Tiger's event. First time we're going to see Tiger this
Hey,
year.
let's
Nice.
go Tigger. Hey, get him out there, boys. Watch out for him. He's dangerous. So
He statistically does not play well at this tournament. He has never won.
Yeah.
I think he's had 14 tries or something as a number, and he's never won.
just him being on the golf course is a
Oh,
whole
my
different
goodness.
mentality for people, though. You know
Oh
what
my
I mean?
goodness, we will
That's
see.
why
Just
I
every-
hate
watching
him
him,
win.
man, it's crazy.
Everybody up their game a little bit when Tiger's there.
Yeah, yeah.
You
He's
only
looking.
watch. You will see every single shot Tiger makes, whether he's plus 12
Right.
or minus 17.
I just
you will
hope
see
he-
every shot
I hope
takes.
he's in shape enough to get through the course. That walking, man, it hurts him.
He said he wants to play once a month.
Yeah.
So now this
That'd
he's
be
going to
nice.
play this, and then he'll play the Players in March,
Yep.
and then it's major season. So there's a major every month, and
Yeah.
that's what he's going to do. He's going to play the
Well,
majors.
I think
until
he's
the-
Yeah.
So
with
what else?
Charlie playing a lot of golf too. I think he's getting a lot of exercise with him down there, being his caddy.
It's really
You
re-energizing
know what I mean?
him as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Helping him out, and I think it's going to help his golf game out this year too. I'm not looking to come out there and throw darts like he used to, but hey, just be on the golf course again, Tiger. We miss you. The game misses you. It's going to be a great thing out there.
How
for
awesome
the
is
Jets.
it to
Yeah.
see
You
him
know
and
Tiger's
Charlie?
going to hit one of them Tiger shots. For
He
sure.
will, absolutely, just to keep you freaking watching.
Right, yeah.
And again, how awesome is it to see, to your point, Charlie and him playing again at the PNC
Right, yep.
or the father-son
Yeah.
playoffs? That's fantastic.
Love
to
watching them
see.
two play. I mean, Charlie, I think is going to be a freak too. I think he's going to be good. I love his charisma, his attitude already.
Can't wait to buy his
Dude,
golf game.
Already, yeah. He already
Yeah,
carries
Charlie Woods, 2027.
Yeah, he carries it well. Dad's got pressure. I mean, he's got the biggest pressure in the world on him. You know what I mean? You're talking the greatest
At
athlete.
this point, he's probably better than his
Yeah,
dad.
You see what I'm
he's
saying?
definitely a top 10
Honestly,
greatest athlete of
Yeah.
all time.
So
man.
yeah, I mean,
minus the experience level, he's better than his dad.
Right, yeah.
At this point, in my opinion.
so but yeah, that could be fun. And like I said, I just miss Tiger being on the course really. So that'd be fun to get him back next week, especially for all the younger guys out there. I know him and JT got a lot of cut up to do. They always cut up with each other. I mean, they're always joking, pranking, having a good laugh. It's
I heard a
fun.
funny story about him and Justin Thomas, like they're buddies. And
Yep.
so a year or two ago, Tiger wasn't playing in a particular tournament. I think it was a Masters, and he was giving Justin Thomas pointers,
Right.
and tips, and he was walking the course with him and showing him certain areas and things to do and not do. And the very next year, and Tiger was going to play that year, Justin got with him. He's like, "Hey man, if you want to, whenever you're ready, we'll go out. We'll walk the course, do the thing. We'll train." He's like, "No, we won't." He's like, what do you mean?" He's like, "I'm playing this year. I'm not giving you tips." He's like, I'm
Right.
trying to beat you. We're friends and all, but I'm trying to win this tournament."
Absolutely.
And John Rahm has made even comments about it too. He's like, "Oh, Tiger don't give me tips. I'm not his boy. Justin Thomas is his boy."
Hey, bud, you just gotta be in the loop. Gotta be in that loop.
How much of a pain in the butt would that be to be Tiger Woods' freaking protege?
Yeah, right.
That must suck.
Terrible. That's
anything,
me.
Anything
See
else
me
on the golf?
course.
I think
to John Rahm's point, John Rahm's actually the defending champ at next week's tournament, but
Yep.
he cannot play anymore.
Okay.
So
uh,
it's a particularly lower scoring tournament as well. They don't go 20 under par. It's in the teens,
right.
or lower.
Yeah, right around the 10 area is usually when I
Yep.
see that one.
The last couple
hanging
years
out
have
at.
been like 17, 18, 19, but before that it was 10s, 8, 9. I mean, it's a
Right.
lower scoring. It's a hard tournament. This is a hard course to play. That's why Cantley does well here. He's like a lower scoring tournament, does well. Tyrell Hatton before he left for Live as well. Old Tyrell.
Or Tyrell.
Was another one of those guys that does
Yep.
well on lower scoring events. That's why he does good at the majors. Tyrell was really good at the majors.
Mm-hmm.
Cantley's good at the majors. Because they're lower scoring events, they're tougher courses or tougher tournaments. They do well.
I think NASCAR opens up this weekend. Am I right about that?
They had the clash at the Coliseum.
Yeah, last weekend, Saturday.
Yeah, I watched it
Um,
Saturday.
But that's just kind of the kickoff to the year. So
Right.
But I don't think Daytona's till March.
No, it's either this week or next week.
There's
It's always in
there is a
February.
race
Yeah,
this week.
yeah, and it should be Daytona.
There's a
I
race
think
this week.
maybe it is Daytona.
There should be Daytona. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm trying.
it is Daytona.
I'm trying
It's
to
their
look up
next
right
race.
now. Yeah,
Should be this weekend. Danny Hamlin won last week.
yeah, the Clash. Yep.
This
Great
is,
race. I watched-
This
actually
is
watched some of
duel
it.
one at Daytona. There's two duels at
Yep.
Daytona.
Yep.
The 15th, which is Wednesday or
Yeah.
Thursday, and then Saturday, the 18th, is
Okay.
the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I knew there was some
18th,
NASCAR coming
that's-
up. So the 18th
So
will be
it's
the
next-
Daytona.
It'll be next. Well, there's no,
Next
two
week.
Saturdays from now. The 18th
Yeah,
Is
so
that next
yeah, it'll be
Saturday?
next week. Yeah,
Next Saturday?
17th Saturday. Yeah.
or Sunday. I apologize.
Shout out
Yeah.
for NASCAR. I don't know if you ever been to Talladega.
Ooh,
Go.
hey, fun times, boy.
Infield. Great
Shit
time.
is wild down there. You got to be built different for that category. That's for sure. Got to be built different. It's fun.
That's days and straight days. And
Right,
days
yeah.
of-
Watching the race, though, feeling them cars go by, it's freaking electrifying. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
TV
it.
does not do NASCAR
No,
justice. I
not at
swear
all.
on
I
that.
still love watching it.
Watching them banks, dude, at
Oh,
Talladega.
you love it on TV.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still the
Way
sound
better.
of them just
Oh
doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
like,
only been to Kentucky Speedway before it, or
Yeah.
RIP
Yeah.
Kentucky Speedway.
Right.
That's the only one I've ever been to. So
yeah, Talladega's wild. I've been there a couple times. Love the atmosphere, love the track, love the story behind
The
Talladega.
people you
How
meet in
fast you go
Talladega.
is crazy. Them banks are freaking
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up and down. You know what I mean?
You can't walk up.
Yeah, we're sitting at turn 2 most of the time watching. And these dudes are, gosh, it's awesome. Yeah, I can't. I'm ready for some NASCAR.
Go down to the straight stretch to watch the good wrecks.
Yeah, give me some stuff to watch on Sunday now. A little
Boom.
NASCAR.
Hey, I ain't down
yeah,
with
it's
it.
gonna
I'm
be
down
golf,
with
I
that.
golf and NASCAR
yeah, I
now
wish-
until baseball
I
starts.
wish I could get
baseball
the
starts.
NASCAR drivers get a little aggressive back in the old days when you get back, Intimidator back
Benny
in there.
Hamlin's one of them guys. He's a little aggressive.
That guy, that dude
Ross
is top.
Chapman?
Ross Chastain is
Oh, Ross
is the guy,
Chastain,
man.
that's
He's
what it
he
is.
pokes the
Kyle
bear.
Busch.
He
I'll never
pokes that
forget
bear.
last year when that dude,
Yeah.
Ross Chastain, come up on that wall. And
Yeah.
He literally pushed that wall, got his
Mhm.
spots he needed to move
Yeah.
on.
He pokes the bear.
Yeah,
God, that
Kyle
was
Busch is a
beautiful.
real poker there too. He likes to get
Oh yeah.
him and
Yeah,
Kozlowski
but Kyle
love
Busch is
picking
getting
on
up
each other.
Them, both of them guys are getting up there.
They're
now.
getting up there.
gonna be
Yeah,
getting
there's
out of there
Joey
soon.
Logano is like a hard nosed kind of guy too.
Yeah.
I watched that little NASCAR thing on
Big
Netflix.
fan. Yeah.
And Denny Hamlin,
How was
Ross Chastain, they're the shit talkers.
Oh
They
yeah.
put- yeah.
the
Denny
two buttheads.
Hamlin,
Is
he's
that
like
pretty
a
good,
top-
though?
Yeah, it is.
Is it good? I have to watch that.
Pretty good?
Good.
Because I didn't really watch much NASCAR last year,
Right.
so this is actually kind of informing me of what happened.
Right.
I haven't made it all the way through yet, but yeah,
Yeah.
showing off Danny
pretty
Hamlin.
awesome.
He's a good shit talker. Ross
Yeah.
Chastain, good shit talker. I
Yeah,
like
I'm,
that.
They
Uh,
butt heads, and I love it.
big fan of Ryan Blaney this year. I hope he comes out there and just drives his ass off like he always does. So I like to see him get a couple wins
Yeah,
this year.
Keselowski's been my boy for the longest time, and I mean he's still up there,
He's
but
there, man.
he just can't seem to win.
He's
Chase
a good
Elliott
driver.
needs a little resurgence here as well. He kind
Yeah,
of down here to his standards. He was out for a while too, but
get back under control here.
he'll be all right. He's America's most popular racer.
All right, we got anything else?
All I got for sports right now.
Just a small reference to college football. A couple of coaching changes. Bill O'Brien is leaving Ohio State after literally 2 weeks at tops of being there to go to the Boston College head coaching job. He took the job January 18th again for
He ain't
Ohio
getting the
State
NFL job back.
to
right.
Jeff Haley now was the
Yeah.
head coach at Boston College, is leaving and going to Green Bay's defensive coordinator.
Congratulations there, Haley.
Now Chip Kelly is leaving UCLA and going to take Bill O'Brien's position at Ohio State as their offensive coordinator.
Not a Chip Kelly fan.
I
Sorry,
am not
never
a Chip
been
Kelly
a Chip Kelly fan.
either. I think that was a bad decision, but that's
not a
but
Chip
he's
Kelly
a college
fan.
football guy.
He is, yes.
Offense guy.
Just not my guy.
It's shotgun at all times, 7 wide. You
Right.
know.
Yep. So
That's all. I just a couple coaching changes there.
Yep.
All righty. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of the Creekside Sports. We are the Creekside Dogs. I am Travis. This is Kyle. This is Marty. John is not here today. Hope little Johnny's feeling better.
Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube, please.
Yes,
subscribe.
please subscribe. Please like us, share us, whatever
Get us
it
out
takes.
there. Get us out there.
We want to get
Saw
our
a
names
little,
out there.
Shout out to Smacking Sunflower Seeds. I've been seeing a lot of that. It's like a new sunflower seed. Hopefully, get in touch with those guys. I like sunflower seeds.
Nah, I like me some
They're
sunflower
making their own sunflower
Hey,
seeds.
Cayman
They have
Jack, I
everybody
got a little
likes sunflower
advertisement
seeds.
here
Hey, they
for
got
you.
dill pickles. They got this one. It's like a caramel. It's like a caramel delight thing they have. I'm like, hey, I'll try that.
Don't advertise for them yet, Marty. They ain't give us anything.
I want to try them. I'm trying to get some over
Alrighty.
here. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you
one.
again.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys.
See you.